everybody. I am making this video because it is a way to, have fun. I have to say that I don't enjoy anything as much as living in the land of the free, our beautiful country, and still having to listen to, read other comments, or just flat out watch people being told as to what they should or shouldn't do with their bikes. I mean, obviously, what would it be of us bikers if somebody else doesn't tell us what the standard is for what we can and cannot do to our motorcycles? Yes, you bought your bike and you're making payments, or you already paid for it. But you know what? Your bike is of no value unless you listen to someone else and you actually, buy or decorate it or do something that someone else thinks is cool. Otherwise, it has no meaning whatsoever. There is no point in riding around and whether feeling all comfortable or, having a bike that looks exactly the way you want it to look when a few people are not going to approve of that. That is just crazy thinking and crazy talking too. Now think about this. You could potentially have a bike that obviously everybody would like if you just listen to the professionals on the internet, those weekend warriors that ride a couple of days a week. They will tell you everything you need to know. At the same time, why waste time reading manuals and doing maintenance yourself, or even finding out how to do maintenance yourself, when you can just log into Facebook and ask a simple question, and everybody will tell you, well, you should bring it to the dealership. Or, yeah, I'm an expert on this. You know what? I have the best tires ever. Yeah. It doesn't really matter what kind of road you ride on. It that's not what matters. What matters is that you need to get the brand of tires that I have, because those are the best. Or the same seat I got, because I mean, come on, it's a Corbin seat. It's obviously the best in the market. Oh my God, you haven't updated your back suspension yet? What are you waiting for? Your bike is obviously of no value if you haven't done that. Now, I also enjoy it when people talks about gear too. Don't you ever dare riding without a vest, and that vest better be full of patches. You are not a real biker unless you have patches on your vest that makes you look like a funny billboard. Besides, we all know that everybody is really interested in reading what those patches have to say. I mean, that's the whole point of riding a motorcycle. You shouldn't be sitting on a motorcycle unless you know for a fact that the person on the car right next to you can actually read what your tiny little patch says as you pass them at 80 miles an hour on the highway. They are all, wow, that guy's so cool. Also, don't forget that when you ride, you have absolutely no freedom of choice, because you should let the professionals do the choices for you. You should let them tell you exactly what kind of helmet you should be wearing, what kind of gear you should be wearing, if you should be wearing chaps or not. And definitely, you're not a real rider unless you wear a helmet 100% of the time, or a vest or a jacket. And whatever you wear better have the brand of motorcycle you're riding. because you're not a real Indian rider unless your gear says Indian on it. Or if you own a Harley Davidson, it better say Harley Davidson. Otherwise, you can get kicked out from the biker society. I also like to know exactly what you guys think about this video, because it is very important to get that feedback, to get that conversation going. Remember, you can only listen so much to people, and when it's written down, at least you can come back and listen and read it again so you don't forget it. You need to pay attention to those tips, because you may forget later on what you were supposed to do to your motorcycle. Also keep in mind that if you type in caps, that will have a lot more importance to it. It will definitely give you a bigger self of security, and it will make you feel better about yourself. Those other people that may come with negative comments and all that, they're just doing purely due to jealousy, just because they haven't thought about it before. Also keep in mind that before you buy a motorcycle, you should definitely join a Facebook site and ask what type of motorcycle you should buy. There's no point of having any sense of identity, or why do something different, something that you will like, when you can have the pros tell you exactly what's the best thing to do. It'll save you the hustle, having to try it out yourself. Be already prepared. Just have your money, say, hey, I want that bike, because everybody told me I should buy it. Just remember, those are very good tips if you want to be a true biker. Don't let anybody else tells you any different, because ultimately they're just trying to trick you and get you kicked out of the True Bikers Association Club. Also remember that you need to follow that biker's code to the T, otherwise you're not a real biker. Doesn't matter how many times a day you ride your motorcycle, because someone else will tell you that you don't belong to the bikers group. I mean, come on. Being a motorcycle rider is about following a code, not about riding a motorcycle. You can follow the same code and technically drive a car, and you will still be a biker as long as you follow the same code. So remember those tips. They will help you in the long run. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great week. Enjoy riding, and keep your ears peeled, your eyes peeled too. You never know when you're gonna need to find or follow somebody else's advice in order to be a bigger biker than what you already are. Have fun. Like and subscribe, please.